Wingspan has expanded, but if you're looking for a game coming out of a box, you're in the wrong place. At Legendary Tactics, we prefer to put games back in the box. Oh, and we'll show you everything you'll get in the game too, on Legendary Tactics. Wingspan, the European expansion, is here, designed by Elizabeth Hargrave. This has 1 rulebook, 81 bird cards, 15 miniature eggs, 5 bonus cards, 4 automa cards, and a custom tray with a lid. If you have any sharp objects in your shot, please get those out of the way to make your workspace safer. So, tons and tons of cards here, 81 bird cards. So if you were getting sick of the bird cards in the other game, which is probably hard to do because there were actually 170 of them, this game will freshen up your stock of birds. There's also some new bonus cards, and they look interesting, and there are a limited number in the base game of bonus cards, so these will add a little bit of variety to the game. Some nice reference cards there as part of the automa. And that will help to run in single player mode. You need to get that shrink wrap back onto it, and in order to seal that, get a modestly sized knife, and that will reattach the gold foil. Alright, let's give you a look at some more of the bird cards. Let's whip through a few of them really quickly here. It's hard to see these, but it doesn't really matter. You get a sense of what they are. I'll slow it down for you here. Another crow. Okay, so the crows in the original are really OP, but they're looking a little more balanced in this. So we'll slowly collect some of these. The black woodpecker, that's good. We've got another gull. Very nice. And of course, these birds are from Europe. So seal that one up. It's always good to protect your cards. I know it looks a little bit dangerous here. Don't try this at home, but I can assure you it's absolutely safe. I also like to return all of the tokens back into the original cardboard frames, and it's best if you put them color matched because board gamers are really well organized. So I'm particularly so. You might say a little bit maniacal about it, but this is the best way to store them back in the box, especially if you're going to reapply that shrink wrap too. So overall, there's no surprises in this box. If you love Wingspan, it's just a way to fatten up your game a bit. Sometimes I find you run out of eggs, and so it's nice to have a few extra eggs in a tray. Also, speaking of the tray, we have a second tray to store these cards and to deliver the cards. So that's a nice, classy mechanism. As always, Stonemaier games are really, really nice, and they look really great, so it makes sense to protect them. As in the base game, you get a scorecard for the end of the game. In case you're running short of those, let's collect all those eggs, keep them protected. This is what they look like, exactly the same as in the original game. You've just got a new color. Keep those inside the Ziploc bags. We'll seal that up to keep the air out. Get this box back in order. You've got a couple of trays here. Let's have a quick look at those. 2 more trays is nice because in the original it only had 4 rather than 5, so at least now we're up to 6. So as ever, the artwork is absolutely beautiful. There's an automa for the expansion, so you can continue to play 1 player. If you like a challenge, the artwork is absolutely gorgeous, and as ever, the rulebook just feels really nice. It has a really linen quality to it. They've just put a little extra into that, so we'll get everything right back in the box there, all ready to get the lid back on it. Now, often there's a bit of suction, but when you're getting your box lid going back on, but if you really give it a good push, then you can firmly get it back the way it was. So let's see if we can just pop this back into the shrink wrap. I missed it on the first try. Okay, let's give it a try again. Oh, that was perfect, well aimed. And if you just fold up the corners, lock those on. It's a little like those bed sheets with the little corners that they never quite fit perfectly, but in this case, that's a perfect fit. Here comes the tricky part. You've got to get that shrink wrap wrapped right around tightly. I'm going to let the footage roll here because a lot of people have trouble with getting the knife to reapply that shrink wrap. So just do it the way I did it there and you'll have no trouble whatsoever. If you found any value or entertainment in this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Also check out our strategy guides. We have 2 based on Wingspan. Thanks for your time.